Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Florida Fun Quest. So today we are currently at Disney Springs for the first half of another Disney versus Universal battle. And this time we have a little bit of a more interesting one. So one thing that may not be known is that both Disney and Universal have an Irish pub style restaurant. Here at Disney Springs they have Raglan Road, and they also at Universal have the Finnegan's restaurant. So today we thought we would start off the first half of this duel of the two Irish pubs and see which one is better, of course. I don't know how the menus compare to know if there's a way to get something similar at both restaurants, or if maybe that can be part of it, whether one is more themed well to an actual Irish pub. But that's the plan for today, so we are going to make our way on over to Raglan Road and see what it's like. It's also worth mentioning that at Disney Springs, they also have the Cooks of Dublin, which is like a quick service restaurant where you can get some of the more simple items that you can find at Raglan Road, but the big thing here being the fish and chips. And here is the menu for Cooks of Dublin. As you can see, there are some of the same famous dishes like the fish and chips, but also a few other items as well. Here we are at Raglan Road. We do have a reservation for 7:30, which looks to be a good thing because it appears to be rather busy. So here in the gift shop for Raglan Road, they do have some pretty neat little knickknacks of different kinds, different shirts and other forms of merch. But they also have things like Guinness merch, some family crests, and other items that you can check out while you're waiting to be seated for your table. Yeah. So here we have the Irish soda bread, and on the side is olive oil with a Guinness reduction.
Let there be no rush pork. 12-hour slow-braised pork shoulder, mashed potato, sautéed cabbage with crispy bacon, carrot puree, and apple cider jus. Sure, I'm frittered. Broccoli and corn fritter with a sweet corn puree and fire-roasted pepper relish. Side house salad with honey mustard. Dublin Deli. House-made chicken curry with onions, peas, and steamed rice. Crumble at the knees. Apple and blackberry crumble with caramel sauce, vanilla custard, and ice cream.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator. So let's talk about the meal. Well, guys, we just finished up our meal at Raglan Road, and I have to say it was pretty good. So I had the chicken curry, and it was quite delicious. I think that it was a good sized portion for what it was. I think everything there is a little expensive, but that's to be expected with a more fine dining style restaurant. But I did really enjoy the chicken curry. The pork shoulder was pretty good as well. It was mostly lean, with some fat. Not a huge fan of the sauce that came on it, the apple cider sauce, but the potatoes were good, and pretty much that whole dish was pretty good. The fritter was very crisp. It was a little greasy after it sat around for a while, so definitely eat that quickly if you're going to order that dish. One of the things I think is important to mention, at least in a value side, the side salad was an $11 item, but it was a very, very small salad with minimal topping on it, like only cucumbers, tomatoes, and carrots. There was no cheese, no bacon, nothing like that. So it was not a very substantial side salad for it to cost as much as it did. However, I think everything was pretty good. Our service was great. We never really waited around for drinks or anything. We typically always had everything. So that is a plus. Overall, I think it's a pretty good restaurant. I would say maybe 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I'm excited to try Finnegan's. I've never been there, so I look forward to trying that. It's gonna be pretty hard to beat my experience for Raglan Road, since, like I said, I had the chicken curry. My meal was really good. I didn't suffer from the value of the side salad. So for my personal experience, I would say it's probably a little higher than an 8 out of 10. I'd say mine was probably a 9 out of 10. So Finnegan's does have some steep competition. I think Universal can do it. So I'm excited to see how it goes. Well, everyone, we made it to Universal. They are up to bat in our Irish pub Faceoff. So we have a reservation for, I believe, 6 o'clock to eat at Finnegan's. So right now it's just after 5, so we're just gonna hang out for a bit, walk around, see what we see. But really looking forward to trying Finnegan's. I haven't been there yet personally, so I'm excited to try that as a new experience and looking forward to see how it compares to Raglan Road. One thing that's new to me, at least something that I didn't know until today, I never knew that you could make reservations for restaurants at Universal. Typically when we come, we always eat at one of the quick service places and never really do any of the sit-down restaurants. So it was a new experience for me to know that you could do reservations at Universal. I thought that it was something that they just didn't do, but the more you know. We decided that we would use some of our time to do one of our favorite rides at Universal, which is Men in Black. So we're gonna go inside, blast some aliens, and see who comes out on top. Well, that was a pretty fun 3-hour walking tour about how we're all alone in the universe and that there's nothing else out there. On a realistic note, one of the worst rides of Men in Black, it was really, really loud for seemingly no reason. Like they had the volume turned up extra high, which was, I mean, first world problem, but Also, I think it would behoove Universal to go through and like update everything. So we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. I haven't heard that that's anything that they're considering, but we might all be surprised and come back one day and all of the blasters work properly. Keep dreaming, I guess. The video, the pigeon. We now have about 15 minutes until our reservation time slot, so we're gonna go ahead and make our way over to Finnegan's and check in. Maybe they'll seat us just a few minutes early, so we'll see. So for anyone who doesn't know, Finnegan's is located just across the street from the Mummy attraction, along with the Palace Arcade, and it sits just right over there.
I don't inhale it.
Stopping to take a quick look at the menu. From what I have seen, it does look pretty similar to Raglan Road. Perhaps a little smaller, a few less options, but the theming of the items does seem to be on par with where Raglan Road was.
Finnegan's potato and onion web. Thinly sliced potatoes and onions, hand-dipped in beer batter, crisply golden brown. Guinness beef stew. Country fare stew with beef, carrots, pearl onions, mashed potatoes, and a savory Guinness gravy. House-made Misty Isle potato and leek soup. Creamy pureed potato, onion, and leeks. Side salad with honey mustard. Grand Old Burger. Half-pound all-beef burger with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and pickle on a toasted bun.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm disappointed, to say the least. The burger that I got was very, very burnt. That's pretty much the only flavor it had other than ketchup. The beef stew was very salty, and honestly wasn't much better than like a canned beef stew that you would find in a Progresso can. The soup was okay. Not very appealing to the eye, I would say. And lastly, the side salad was there. Now, the bright shining star here was the potato and onion web. It was good. I would say it was on par with the fritter that we got at Raglan Road. But overall, I would not eat there again. I don't think, even though that the prices were cheaper at Finnegan's, I think that it doesn't matter. I would, 10 times out of 10, I would rather pay more and go to Raglan Road than I would want to eat at Finnegan's. I know a lot of people seem to like it. I don't personally. Perhaps under the influence of alcohol, it would taste better. But yeah, really disappointed in that run at Finnegan's. So in an overwhelming majority vote of 3-0, Raglan Road is the champion of the Irish Pub Challenge. Well, that's going to do it for today. Like I said, pretty disappointed in Finnegan's. I was really hoping for a little closer competition, but Disney ran away with this one. And that's not to take away from anything that Disney has done. I mean, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with the theming, the atmosphere, the food, the service. Even the service at Finnegan's wasn't great today. But, you know, sometimes there's always going to be a better one. Like I said, I was hoping it would be closer, but still just really, really excited that, you know, we got to try 2 new places. Fortunately, Raglan Road is somewhere that I would like to visit again. So, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to stay hydrated if you're coming to the parks. And join us on our next Florida Fun Quest.